Hello everyone and welcome. Oh, wrong hand gestures. Welcome. Crap. Welcome to Haymakers and Hellhounds, everyone. I am Thomas Duder, author of The Things. Why did I start with that? Because I thought it would be a good way to start things off. Just saying. Speaking of which, just let me get this off my chest. Let's get this out. Jump cut. Jump cut. Jump cut. Jump cut. Jump cut. And jump cut. Get all that out. Just. I've never really done this kind of editing before, so for me that's like So hello and welcome. This is Haymakers and Hellhounds, Season 0, Worldbuilding. I am Thomas Duder, author of The Things, author of such books such as The Generalist, the Killer 13 series, the poetry books minus the Modern Times, as well as The Devil's Dance, but we don't talk about that because it hasn't been released on Patreon yet, and we're not talking about Patreon just yet. For the most part, I'm here to actually hopefully impart upon you certain my style, so to speak. For me, world building is one of my greater strengths, and I know plenty of writers and authors in the industry who have problems with this. And this is something I've heard about that I am strong about from fans, friends, and people who don't know me but have read my stuff and then find me later on and stalk me, which you can do so if you actually want to choose to press those links. Just saying, check it out. Find me. It's okay. I sell colored nudes for $10, black and white nudes for $5. I'm just saying, save yourself $1 or $2. The artistic nudes are $25, and I don't dicker on that one. Speaking about dick, no, for the most part, I am here to just impart upon you my writing style, my technique. As long as it works, as long as it helps. If it helps out even one person out there watching the show, then I've done my part, and that's a good thing. In my opinion. It balances out the karma either way, and I kind of need to balance out the karma every now and then. So with that stated, what can you expect from this show? And now, mind you, yeah, we already did the Season 0 reveal of world building, and that's cool. But there's still, the other seasons, whether or not it's going to be effective. And whether or not it's going to be effective, it can be strongly determined by whether or not how you handle me. That my foibles, my eccentricities, my cursing, my loud voice, my bullshit, the whole ball of wax. Well, there's a few things you need to know about me first, I reckon, if we're going to get along. I mean, once again, it doesn't matter if you like me. All that matters is that you take away something from the series. In fact, you'll probably not like me. So with that stated, let's get on with some of the 5 rules of the show. First and foremost, number 1, do consider, if you will, that I do reserve the right to be wrong. Now, some of you are going to be English professors, teachers. Some of you are other authors, both failed and successful. Some of you will just be hobbyists. Some of you are fan fiction readers, writers, whatever have you. And that's all well and good. That is all well and good. But if I'm wrong, it's okay. It's okay to be wrong, and you should also believe that too. And if you don't, consider that, if you will. Honestly, seriously. It'll help you in the long run when it comes to this kind of work. And just as a person in general, in my opinion, the world would be a lot better place if more people admitted when they're wrong instead of fighting tooth and nail like they ain't. I would rather be flexible and survive in the long run than to not be. So for the most part, I want you to consider honestly that it's okay for me to be wrong, and it's okay for you to be wrong. With that stated, I do request one thing. Facts, not opinions. And I don't mean that like how certain people will say on the internet, oh, I always want facts in my life, and so long as it correlates to my bias. No. Bring the citations, bring the links. And if they're weak, I'm going to attack them. But if it proves right, I will at least begrudgingly admit, I was wrong. That's how it goes. And you should be able to do that too. With that stated, this whole thing isn't about teaching proper, English or some such. This is technically a intermediate level teaching thing. Show! And with that stated, there's going to be some opinions, noises, because I can't afford a real studio. This is what I got. I got my phone. I got a blue microphone, and at least the snowball microphone's pretty cool. But, yeah. Suffice it to say, I reserve the right to be wrong, and so should you. When it comes to my style, though, I don't want to fucking hear about it. This is the shit that works for me. It could technically work for you, and that's important. The next thing, being consistent until it's time not to be. Now, I have this issue where I'm very consistent. You know, my writing style, even as it evolves, I still am very consistent about it. You know what I mean? My presentation, my characters. And it's not to say that I'm being stagnant or anything. Like I said, I have my own evolution, and so should you. But my writing style, my techniques, the notes that I do beforehand, everything I do leading up to the actual writing and post are all incredibly consistent. You can stop on a dime on a motherfucker. I mean, you can come at me about this shit. That's one of my strongest points. Did I mention I'm not in a real studio? This is my fucking house, bro. I mean, I'm in downtown, and you know you're gonna get noises like that. Be prepared. Be warned. But with that all stated, I'm very consistent until it's time not to be. Then it's time to get wild. It's time to get creative, get chaotic good about that shit. Remember, the difference between chaotic good and chaotic evil is chaotic good will just burn the place down in order to take out the big bad. Chaotic evil will eat the baby and burn the place down. So, let's go to the third. I'm not your babysitter. I don't know you. I probably don't like you. I probably won't like you even after we meet someday. I'm certain that most of you I'll like, or at least I'll put up with. You know, but honestly, I'm not here to gas you up, blow smoke up your ass. I'm not here to make you feel better about yourself even. I am, on the other hand, here to be entertaining and at least a little educational. You know, give you a little something that'll help you with your writing, your game design, your whatever it is that you're doing that you need to build a world around. I'm here for you, man. But, you know, I'm not here to babysit you. Period. Although, if you do want to put me on autoplay while your kids are doing something, yeah, go for that. That's cool. Yeah. Please. Next. Now, this one I really like because there was something going around on Facebook, right? And for the most part, it was really fucking awesome. At least I thought it was. Now, you've heard the phrase man up, right? Everyone has. You know, man up. And there are some people that are challenging that viewpoint. And hey, all the more power to them. Cool. But somebody presented something different, and I liked it. It's fortify. Instead of saying man up, fortify. And I'm like, oh, I'm fucking stealing that, bro. That's my shit. So yeah, fortify yourself. Be prepared to suffer the slings and arrows of fuck grave misfortune of dumb motherfuckers. Now, you should also have a thick enough skin to take constructive criticism or even negative critique. It should not matter a whit so long as you improve, so long as your craft improves. That's what matters the most. And with that stated, you're still going to run across dumbass trolls. And I don't mean good trolls. I don't mean smart trolls. But like, you know, oh my god, I can't believe you said, yeah, and report, you know, and report morons and all sorts of other stuff. The internet is a cesspool of fun, but it's a cesspool nonetheless. So, gotta be prepared for that shit. And even then, even outside the internet, there's still reviewers out there that are going to hate your stuff, mainly because they hate you, maybe because they hate your beliefs, your whatever have you. Which reminds me, I'm not here for your beliefs, to help with your bias, to make you feel better about whatever wrong decision you have made in your life. I am here just to help you out with this writing. That's what's up. That's not to say that I'm not doing a thing called Straight Talk, which will be the stuff I do outside of Haymakers and Hellhounds, with, of course, the Peanut Gallery, a collection of talents and folks and such that I happen to know, even some guests that we'll be having on the series. So they'll be coming on too. So that's something to consider. Ultimately, I'm not saying you should accept the negative criticisms and such. I'm not saying that you should just fucking roll over and play dead, roll over bare throats, you know? I am saying fortify yourself and be prepared, because I don't care what your issues are. I don't care what problems you have. Life is going to suck balls. And life in the industry is fucking terrible. Every industry is fucking terrible. And I'm in at least 3 of them now, so there's that too. So, just saying, fortify yourself. Last but not least, and this is, once again, this is all stuff to just get you to know me and get to know the show even a little bit better and what to expect from the format. For the most part, I am not a role model. This should be obvious. This should be pretty fucking obvious. But, you know, I'm like at a C plus B minus grade celebrity kind of thing going on. And that's cool. I'm coming up. My star's rising. There's a whole lot of people's stars rising. But there's a problem with, honestly, the public in general. And that's this whole idea that we have to be presentable in a certain way. Already, just in the first 10 minutes of this fucking show, or of this intro, you're probably going to see some people, he's not being very professional. Dude, I have semi-professional in the fucking tags. Did you even fucking read? I don't kiss up. I don't kiss ass. And especially for motherfuckers who think I am going to be subservient in order to get a sale or to get you to buy my and read my fucking book. Fuck you and your moms and your fucking bone spurs. Don't fucking come at me with that shit. Seriously, I don't do that shit to other people, but I recognize there are tons of motherfuckers out there that do that shit. I ain't about that life, man. Period. Just because you missed out on my great fucking writing doesn't fucking no skin off my fucking nose. Well, what if I'm the one guy who can make you rich and famous? Fuck you. I'm still not gonna fucking sell out for that shit. The best that can be said was that a motherfucker comes at me afterwards and actually apologizes. I'll recognize the fact that, you know, it takes a big man to be, or a big woman, to apologize, to recognize when you're wrong, to recognize when you're stepping up on somebody's dick or stepping on somebody's honor, whatever have you. But all depending on the offense will depend on whether or not I accept those apologies, so I'm just saying. Now, with that stated, I'm not a role model. I curse, I have issues, I have my opinions. I sometimes will repost misinformed posts, but I usually will take them down if this is proven. I do retain, once again, very number one rule, I reserve the right to be wrong. And that means sometimes I might think something sounds right or whatever have you, and I'll just pass it along until one of my friends, thankfully people who are not yes men, people who don't gas me up for shit, these motherfuckers will hold me to a standard just like I hold them to a standard. Of course, I keep that fucking standard high, so I do that shit. So, for the most part... derail. So, that's going to happen suffice it to say, that will happen quite a bit. And, so for the most part, what was I fucking saying? I'm not a role model, period. I'm forgetful. I may be consistent, and I always try to live up to my word. And I try not to be a hypocrite. I try not to let anyone be a hypocrite around me, let alone myself. But, you know, I'm not a role model. What I am doing is my best. And I think we all are. I think we all should be. Some people aren't, though. And this is true. I'm not saying I'm the guy to come to about this kind of shit. I mean, like I said, I'm here for the writing. I'm here to help you with your writing, your campaigns, your games, your whatever, your scripts, whatever. I'm here to help you create. And that's it. And that's about it, really. Suffice it to say, Haymakers and Hellhounds is going to contain several seasons worth of good stuff. Like, I got some stuff planned for y'all. I even got some stuff that I haven't published yet. And ultimately, what I really hope to do is I'm hoping that y'all will follow along with me and actually do these steps yourselves. Hell, post it in the comments and let me see it. I mean, that's the point of this show, you know what I mean? Together we're going to build it all up, so to speak. Now, that's not to say that I'm not going to provide examples. I'm not going to have guests on that'll bring their own flavor, their own takes, their own angles on this. And let's get started with world building, for instance. Right off the bat, with each episode that I put out, we'll be building this together. And it's not just one that I'll be building on the fly, which will be one I'm building on the fly as well. But only for this series, unless I like it that much, in which case I'll probably run with it, I'm just saying. But I won't run with yours. Because here's something that is not on my list that I really should need to point out. I don't need idea men. I'm not going to steal your ideas, and I don't care. I have my own stuff. And trust me, it is taking everything in my power to get it all done. I have like 24 episodes of The Generalist to write out. 24 books. Episodic taboos, each one. And some of them are on an arc and some are not. And that's not counting the short stories, the Taboo X side series. That's not counting the Omnibus Generali? Either way. All that matters is that you come with this for your own. And let's say you don't want to put it in the comments. Please put it in the comments. But, you know, hit me up on Twitter or Facebook and let's talk about it. I don't mind. But I won't go ahead of the show. I'm sorry, but saws, not saws. You're going to have to check out the whole damn thing and follow along. And, you know, who knows? Maybe that will, in the end, help you with your big break, with your big title, with whatever big, dumb, fucking awesome thing you want to make. I wouldn't mind being there with you. I'm hoping you'll be there with me. So anyway, that's about it really. Haymakers and Hellhounds. We're going to teach you how to do stuff more, good, or better, faster. Good or better, faster, stronger? Can't say that. I might get copyrighted. I don't want that. No, thank you. No DMCAs, please. So with that stated, we got a whole bunch of stuff coming up. We got a whole bunch of great work coming up. Other guests, other writers, other artists, and you. Together. Let's watch the world burn. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there, guys. So I want to thank my Patreon people, the one person on the Anubis unit for letting me use your music. I want to thank the Peanut Gallery to come. My peoples, once we get the shit started, it's getting started, baby. If you want to actually get some official Thomas Beer Author King stuff, or the generalist stuff, you know, by all means, go to that Patreon. It's down below in the links. I don't care, whatever the editing's going to be. For the most part, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, at the Once Again stuff. Please check it out. But even more so, you can buy my books at CreateSpace, Amazon, Smashwords. I'm all over the place. Check it out. You might like it. At the very least, I got a freebie that you can download and go from there. So, there you go. Thanks for hanging out with us. I hope everyone's gonna have a good, or I hope y'all gonna enjoy yourselves, have a good time hanging out with me come season 0 of Haymakers and Hellhounds. And if you don't, well, go fuck yourself.
A little blood, a little